Freeze Internet provided by SWKO Wireless Internet. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV 23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Good Monday, everyone, and welcome to High Plains Today on TV 23. Today is July 27th, 2015. On today's show, I will be joined by Garden City Chamber of Commerce President Steve Dyer. Now, let's take a quick look at news around the area, nation, and the world. Police officers found a 32-year-old man with multiple gunshot wounds in an alley behind 705 North 2nd Street in Dodge City around 12:15 a.m. Saturday. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Dodge City Police confirm a Garden City man has been arrested in connection to the deadly shooting early Saturday morning. Police arrested Rigoberto Diaz-Leon around 10:25 Saturday in Garden City. Well, it's nearing that time of year to look for back-to-school clothes, and if money is tight, the First Baptist Church in Liberal's Free Clothing Day might be the answer to some prayers. Doors will open at 8 a.m. on Saturday, August 1st for the Free Clothing Day, and there will be more than 10,000 articles of clothing available for people to look through. All shoppers are asked to enter through the Family Life Center doors at the corner of 3rd and Sherman. While declaring Kenya at a crossroads between promise and peril, President Obama on Sunday pressed the nation of his father's birth to root out corruption, treat women and minorities as equal citizens, and take responsibility for the future. Closing his historic visit with an address to the Kenyan people, Obama traced the arc of the country's evolution from colonialism to independence, as well as his own family's history there. Senior Senator Republicans lined up Sunday to rebuke Texas Republican Senator Ted Cruz for harshly criticizing Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. An extraordinary display of intra-party division played out live on the Senate floor as the Senate met for a rare Sunday session. Senators Orrin Hatch of Utah, Lamar Alexander of Tennessee, and John Cornyn of Texas each rose to counter a stunning floor speech Cruz gave on Friday, accusing McConnell of lying. And Rick Perry is attacking Donald Trump's credibility and branding the billionaire businessman a cancer on conservatism. Rick Santorum, a conservative stalwart, popped up on a TV program popular with liberals. And Lindsey Graham, he set his cell phone on fire. With the first debate of the Republican presidential campaign approaching, the White House hopefuls are trying everything they can to improve their polling position. A candidate needs to place in the top 10 in an average of national polls to meet the criteria Fox News Channel has set to take the stage August 6th in Cleveland. And on the Democratic side, presidential candidate Hillary Clinton planned to unveil her plan Sunday aimed at combating climate change that includes revisions in the tax code to promote renewable energy. In Iowa, the nation's second leading wind energy producer, Clinton said people are just not paying attention if they don't acknowledge climate change. Well, state-run health insurance markets that offer coverage under President Obama's health law are struggling with high costs and disappointing enrollment. These challenges could lead more of them to turn over operations to the federal government or join forces with other states. Now, Hawaii's marketplace, the latest cautionary tale, was awarded $205 million in federal startup grants. It has spent about $139 million and enrolled 8,200 customers for individual coverage in 2015. Now, unable to sustain itself, the state marketplace is turning over sign-ups to the federal healthcare.gov for 2016. And Turkey on Sunday called for a meeting of its NATO allies to discuss threats to its security and its airstrikes targeting Islamic State militants in Syria and Kurdish rebels in Iraq. The move came as Turkey's state-run media reported that Turkish F-16 jets again took off from a southeastern Turkish airbase to hit Kurdistan Workers' Party, or PKK, targets across the border in northern Iraq. And finally, GOP presidential candidate Mike Huckabee is sticking with his controversial criticism of the Iran nuclear deal as marching the Israelis to the door of the oven. A Holocaust reference that the former Arkansas governor made the tweet Sunday, a day after his first making the comparison when denouncing President Barack Obama for his role in the agreement reached by the United States and other world powers. We'll be right back with a look at weather right after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV 23 with host Chris Jewell. TV 23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you. Wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
On the TV 23 tower cam, there we are. Nary a cloud in the sky. And okay, now, this is new. We're having some technical issues. Brian, is it? There we go. All right, if you can see this, currently the temperatures are 84 degrees. Relative humidity is 63. Winds are out of the south at 12. And you can see the winds are kind of gusting just a little bit as the tower cam keeps moving. Barometric pressure is steady. Looking at the current temperatures around the area, we're looking at the hot spots to be Perryton at 90 degrees, everybody else in the mid to upper 80s. Garden City looking like the cool spot with 81 degrees, evidently living a little more right in Garden City. Current dew points, except for Medicine Lodge at 72, everybody in the low to mid 60s. Moving along to the current winds, everything pretty much out of the south-southeast, except for Lamar. They've got some wind at 17 out of the south-southwest. There is a line of a cold front that's trying to move its way down in here. We'll look at that when we get to the now I've dropped my clicker. We're just having a day here. Looking at the almanac from the Garden City Airport. Yesterday's high 94 degrees. The record set back in 1960, 105. Low last night 70 degrees. Record of 53 back in 2004. Over the weekend in Garden City, they had 1.19 hundredths of rain on Saturday. That puts them up over 6 inches for the month. Year to date, over 17 inches. Looking at our forecast coming up, it is going to be 98 degrees today. Winds are going to be out of the south at 20. Tonight, still going to remain clear, 73 degrees for the low. Winds are going to be out of the south at 20. For tomorrow, there is a 30% chance of thunderstorms. It's going to roll in here about noontime. Other than that, it should be okay. High tomorrow, 97. Winds are going to be out of the south or the north, switching around to the north at 15. Tomorrow night, chance of thunderstorms hanging around at 50%. Low is going to be 68. Winds still out of the north-northeast at 9. Looking at the 7-day, you can see we kind of start to cool off on Wednesday. Chance of rain sticking around all the way for the next 6 days. When Sunday it will be warmer. Highs are going to be in the upper 90s until Wednesday. Then we'll drop down into the upper 80s, lower 90s. That's a look at your 7-day forecast. We'll be back with the markets right after this.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV 23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. We'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV 23.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And welcome back to High Plains Today. I am now joined by Steve Dyer. He is the president of the Garden City Chamber of Commerce. I got that right, didn't I?
You did. It's the Garden City Area Chamber.
Garden City Area Chamber of Commerce?
We cover more than just the Garden City limits, but it was close.
All right. Well, Garden City's a big place.
That's right.
All right. Hey, good to have you here today.
It's great to be here. Thanks so much for the invite.
No problem. I do have a question for you, though. Give me Chamber of Commerce 101 on what you guys do.
Sure. Yeah, that's a great question. And it's funny because some of my family don't even, I've been doing it almost 20 years, and they still say, now, what do you do again? But no, we're a membership business-based organization. And so we're what they call a 501c6. So we're a not-for-profit, but we still pay taxes. I'm not sure what the benefit is there, but we have about 450 businesses that are members of our organization. And that's how we operate, is through membership fees, and then also we do events, and that helps raise money. But we're not part of the city or county. We don't take any tax dollars. And so we operate strictly on promoting and representing businesses.
Okay. So you guys do more than just go out and have ribbon cuttings.
Yes, we do. Yeah, that's what everybody sees. But yeah, we are, when I relate it to football terms, we're the linemen of the team.
Okay,
we do the dirty work, yes. and then the backs and receivers and the quarterback get all the glory. And so and it's not just us. I mean, it's a team effort with our community. But yeah, we do so many things behind the scenes, and we work with government situations. We help with jobs and employment and workforce development and economic development and business promotions and things like that.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Now, you guys, when you talk about promotions, you've got some big promotions that are coming up here pretty soon, right?
Yes, definitely. We have several events. Some are community events, some are chamber that we are in charge of, and some are other organizations in charge of. But we have two big golf tournaments coming up. The Symetra Tour, which is a women's professional lead-in golf tournament, or golf. It's actually a series of golf tournaments, but we're hosting one of them. And the top 10 or more finishers of that tournament this year will go on to the Women's Pro Tour.
Okay. So they'll go on to the LPGA.
Yes.
So this is kind of like AAA.
Yeah, it's kind of like AAA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so they play several tournaments, and then of course, depending on how they do throughout the year, then that will rank them in the top 10, and it's at least the top 10. And so they were here last year. It was rainy the whole week, but they still played well, and they are. You're not going to see better golfers in Western Kansas than these ladies. They are amazing.
Okay.
And so it's fun to come out and watch, and then we have the Pro-Am tournament as well coming up. So both those tournaments, Pro-Am's in a couple weeks, and the Symetra's in the next month, and so some great golf to be watched.
So where are those tournaments going to be held?
The Pro-Am is held at both golf tournaments, Southwind and Buffalo Dunes.
Oh, really? Okay.
And so you play one, as an amateur, you play one round on Buffalo Dunes, one round on Southwind, and then the pros play the last round by themselves. And the Symetra Tour is out at Buffalo Dunes, which is the public course.
Okay, so here's a question.
Yes.
So can people come out and walk like they do
Yes.
at big tournaments and watch?
Yes.
I mean, be in a gallery?
Yeah. The Symetra Tour is really designed for that, and they have shuttles that leave several areas around Garden City, so you can go and park down at the fairgrounds, get on a shuttle, and it'll take you to the tournament, drop you off right there at the gate, and then you can, in fact, on hole number 17, they have a 2-level
a grandstand?
Grandstand, yeah.
Really?
And so there's actually drinks served, and you can go outside and sit and watch like at stadium seating, or stand inside. And last year everybody was inside because of the rain.
Well, yeah, it was raining. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, but it's legit.
Well, that's
and then you can also follow them. I mean, you can they make sure that the marshals make sure you stay back and all that. But yeah, it's worth it. I mean, they are good. They are really good.
Okay. So if anybody wants to get any information about the golf tours, who would they get a hold of?
Yeah, they could call the chamber office. Call us 276-3264.
Okay.
You could contact the Convention and Visitors Bureau office or Buffalo Dunes on the Symetra tour.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really slick.
Yeah, it's
I didn't
great.
know those big things were coming to Southwest Kansas.
Yep, it's a great tournament. So
yeah. Okay. And what else now? What later on? You have a big wine tasting thing coming up too, don't you?
We do. We actually the end of August. It's the Chamber's 10th annual wine tasting, and it's a networking event. And that's one of the things we do as a chamber. We try to provide ways for the business people, especially if they're newer to town, ways to get out and meet people. And this is more of a relaxed atmosphere, and you can sample some wines. And the wines go anywhere from $120 a bottle to $12 a bottle. So depending on your taste. But the idea is to get people into the room and network and in a relaxed atmosphere. We also have, for the ones that don't like wine, we have a beer sampling area, and then we also have a rum sampling area because this year is a Pirates of the Caribbean theme. So we thought we'd have some rum.
Well, yeah, if you're going to have pirates, you got to have rum.
You've got to have rum. So, and there's going to be some live entertainment, some really heavy hors d'oeuvres. It's held at Sammy's Steakhouse, and he does a great job with the food.
I was going to ask you where that's at.
And it'll be some really good food. Tickets are available through the chamber office. You can go online on our website, gardencitychamber.net, and sign up right there as well.
Okay. So what's the cost to get into the wine?
It is $55 a person. All you can eat, all you can drink.
All you can eat, all you can drink.
By samples. And we do have shuttle service available, and we also have discounted room rates. So if you decide that you've sampled too much, we encourage you to be safe and get a driver or use a shuttle or stay the night.
Okay. So you've been doing, you say this is the 10th one coming up?
10th annual, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other thing that we have in November, we do a Crystal Apple Teacher Recognition Program. And we've been doing that. This will be the 20th year for that. And some people ask us, why do you do a teacher recognition program? You're a chamber, you support business. But teachers develop our future workforce. And so we see it's very key to support the education field and support those teachers. And they don't get much recognition throughout the year, And so we do a really nice banquet, have them come in. We recognize the 6 finalists, and they go through a 3-tiered process. It's a pretty stringent process. And then those 6 are recognized, and the top 3 are considered our Crystal Apple teachers for the year.
That's a good deal because, like you say, education, you can't have too much education.
No, you can't.
And public education out in this part of the world is very, very, very important.
It is very important. And that's why we support it so much. And like I said, it'll be 20th year. And so we're inviting all the alumni, the Crystal Apple teachers back. And we've got a lot of support from the community. We provide $1,000 cash for the top 3 winners because, again, the teachers, they're not getting rich teaching, and budgets are tight. And so they're able to, most of them, turn around and use that in their classrooms anyway, and they also get an iPad. There's several prizes. So we really, really like supporting that program and those teachers.
That's a great deal. Okay. All right. Well, there's a lot of things coming up in Garden City, people. So don't sit around thinking that there's nothing to do because you've got the 2 golf tournaments that are coming up.
Yes.
You've got the wine tasting coming up.
Yes.
What else is coming? The Tumbleweed Festival is coming in the end of August.
Yep.
So there's all kinds of things. And if you've got any questions, get a hold of Steve, my buddy Steve at the Garden City Area Chamber of Commerce.
There
right?
you go. You got it.
All right. Thanks for coming by, Steve.
Hey, thanks for having me.
We're going to have you back.
I would love to do it.
All right. Stick around. Coming back, and we'll close out the show, do some sports and some other stuff. So see you right back here.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, We're here. 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 And here. We are broadcasters. Always here for you. Wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
And welcome back. Hey, the Kansas City Royals traded for Johnny Cueto and then used Giordano Ventura's arm yesterday for 7 innings. They beat Dallas Keuchel and the Houston Astros 5-7 on Sunday in Kansas City. Now they travel to Cleveland tonight where Edinson Valquez will go for the Royals. This is game 1 of a 10-game road trip. Then we had there was 3 pitchers who became dominant after trades, and a solid catcher turned second baseman have a new moniker. They are Hall of Famers. Randy Johnson, Pedro Martinez, John Smoltz, and Craig Biggio were all inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame on Sunday, and they basked in the spotlight one more time. There were about 40,000 fans at Cooperstown, so that's kind of a cool deal. All right, let's take a look at the weather. Currently, outside right now, we're still looking at 87 degrees. Relative humidity, not too bad at 59%. Winds are still out of the... Now, they've switched around to the north at 6, and the barometric pressure is steady. Go out and make it a super Monday. And the 7-day, remember, chance of showers rolling in tomorrow through Saturday. Make it a great Monday every day, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV 23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Something I feel when